Another day, another vlog. The year challenge is still going strong. Oh, man, got a little something in my throat there, but great to be on my morning commute. I'm pumped. It's been a good morning so far. I've got some thoughts. I was studying some things last night. I've kind of subscribed to some newsletters, and I try to keep up in the world on marketing, all things AI. And there's been a really interesting development over the last 3 years, really since like iOS 14, where a lot of regulatory agencies are pushing back on cookies. They're wanting to get away from cookie targeting and from targeted ads in general. And, a lot of the argument has been a result of people feeling like their data privacy has been just completely, pushed off, that their rights have been taken advantage of. And I think there is definitely some of that going on. Nobody wants to see an ad for something that they're not interested in. They just don't want to see it. There's no way that people are going to be interested in any type of an ad or any type of a product that they're not really interested in buying. And when you're seeing ads that aren't targeted to you or customized to your customer, experience, into your previous purchase history and what you're looking for and wanting to purchase in that given point in time, people don't want to see that. People like to see ads and products that they're interested in. And ultimately, what's interesting in a good ad and a bad ad? It's essentially that a good ad is an ad for something that you actually are wanting to buy. A bad ad is for a product that you don't want to buy. And so, as a marketer, as an advertiser, it's just interesting for me. It's hard for me to really get behind the regulation and to really get behind these people that are politicians that are pushing away from targeted ads and cookies and tracking. I just think that it's going to overall make the customer experience online a lot less enjoyable. So anyways, some interesting thoughts on my way to the office this morning. Got a big day ahead, lots of calls, lots of meetings, lots of appointments, lots of things that we're doing. And hopefully I can get some really good ad content for you guys. Hopefully I can get some really good video content, a lot of good vlog content about my day, and you guys can learn a bunch of new things about how to grow and build and scale your online business. So with that being said, let's get into it. It's going to be a great day. Quick check-in right here. About to hop on a quick call with the client, strategy call. We're going to be mainly talking about Tripwire offers, answering some questions that he has. Going to snag a quick beverage right here. Regarding running his info products, selling his high ticket program online. So hopefully there's some good nuggets in here that you guys enjoy. Here's some of the highlights. So we have to think about, I'm going to go way back to like 7th grade, 8th grade science class. Okay, we're going to do a science experiment. And we set up a whole scientific process and an experiment. And there's in that test, there's a control and there's a variable. So what we want to try to do is make sure that the control stays the same and the variable can fluctuate. Now, if we have multiple variables at a given point in time in an experiment, we won't get clear results on what caused the outcome, and we're going to have to guess. And it can get kind of confusing. So as it relates to having a Tripwire offer, let's just take, for example, you're going to give away your step-by-step quick, 30-minute presentation and masterclass on how to set up a YouTube channel, right? And you're going to go over SEO and some other things like that. Let's just call it your step-by-step 30-minute program. That could be one Tripwire. Now, we could create another Tripwire. That Tripwire could be a behind-the-scenes, tutorial and walkthrough of your entire YouTube setup or how you create a video. So let's call it like how to create a video and how to create a YouTube channel. Those might be different Tripwires, okay? Now, they're both related to the high ticket thing that we want to sell, right? So they're both reverse engineered from your end goal, which is to sell somebody into
your high ticket program and to eventually investing with you to have them teach them how to do those things. But as it relates to the Tripwire, we have two separate and unique products that we can try to sell. Now, where it gets really crazy is for each one of these Tripwire offers, one is to how to create a YouTube video, how to create and set up your YouTube channel according to best practices. We can have different price points for each one of these. But as it relates to the price points, right, each price point to the Tripwire has to have a certain amount of spend allocated to it. So let's not even do 3 different offers. Let's just do 2 right now. And if 2 might be overwhelming, we could even just try 1. What your best foot forward needs to be. Regarding what that Tripwire is, the whole goal of a Tripwire is to, once again, create the most value that you possibly can. And when somebody purchases that, they're going to think, holy crap, this Jeremy guy just gave me this much value for $10 or $27 or $47. Like, holy crap, I can't wait to see what else he has to sell me or what else he has to offer me. And ultimately, the goal of a Tripwire is we could sell it a plethora of different ways. So there's like a video sales letter, which is kind of what Frank Kern does. Think of it as a micro webinar on demand. It's usually a 5 to 15 minute video that explains the value. Those work really well for booking appointments and booking sales calls. And they also work really well for selling Tripwires. Oftentimes, maybe if it's something that's a little bit more complex and you want to qualify your buyer a little bit better, you can use a VSL, that video sales letter format. On the flip side, I mean, we've liquidated a ton of Tripwires before using just a sales page itself, where the ad content that we're creating via ads is going to a page that then is just liquidating the offer. And once again, you're selling them on the reason why they need these viral video ideas. Because if they're not bought into that, that's the vehicle. There's no reason for them to buy it. So let's call it the viral video conveyor belt framework. Boom. Hi, what's up? My name is... Listen, how did a guy like me, sitting in some random office in Idaho, get a YouTube plaque and generate more than 7 figures on my faceless, YouTube automation business? Okay, that's an ad, right? We could do tons of different variations of that ad. They click on that ad, they then go to the sales page. And once again, on that sales page, we could have a little bit of a video there that's taking that conversation and walking them through it. You can maybe now screen share, show the exact amount that you've made and kind of show some of the viral video hook frameworks. Like, you want to give them enough of the milk, but not sell the cow. Okay. You just want to get them to taste it and still buy it. But the point is that we're using that hook story offer framework to just acquire the person's attention, get them to click. Once they're on the page, boom, it's going to liquidate itself and they're going to buy. And if it is a video, if it is a training or whatever it is, they buy. It's self-fulfilled. You don't have to hop on a call. You don't have to do anything. And it's, once again, it's all about the perception and how we can deliver relative to the price that they're investing. And once again, if you can go ahead and add more things to make it more value, even better, right? If we could add and, make the 7-minute video, maybe you make it multi-module or you make it, super valuable, that's great. But I like the fact that it's 7 minutes, because if it hits hard, and it opens their eyes and it creates a transformation mentally, like, okay, now I understand something that could really transform my business that I didn't understand before, and I got 100 times the value what I paid, then great. We can do both. We can test both things. So the beautiful thing of now having a list of buyers that have come through and purchased a Tripwire, and hopefully, right, we've created serious transformation and value delivering on what they purchased. Now we can take them any direction we want in the video itself that they bought, or the training or the Tripwire offer that they purchased. We can send them, hey, listen, do you think this was great? Well, guess what? We've got another thing for you. It's a 30-minute long training, and here's what it is. We can build another landing page, sales page specifically for that 30-minute training. Or we can have them get on a phone call with you if you want to take phone calls, which I don't think you do. I mean, there's a lot of things that we could take them. Stories are very powerful. I believe in using stories at all points of a buyer experience because it helps to relate and create empathy and understanding.
Got it.
Go do it right now. Let's go.
Well,
I don't want it this week. I want it today.
Yes.
Okay, I want it today. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Tanner, you're awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll know what happened by Friday. I'll have the video done.
All right.
You're very unclear, but I feel a lot more clear. Thank you.
All right, day's going really well. Been a busy day. I've been like back to back. I'm about to hop on a live webinar with the Tax Hive community. Got a ton of people registered for this one. We're talking about meta ads. Here's some of the highlights of it. I think it went really, really well. Hope that you enjoy. It's stuff that we enjoy watching and doing. And, you know, that can be dangerous because you're not actually being exposed to other ideas, but we're not getting into a moral conversation today. We're talking about how do we leverage and use that for meta ads? Well, if I'm an advertiser and I'm selling a product here that I have on my desk, which is a ball marker for a golf company that I own, and I'm trying to sell this ball marker, what happens is Meta knows every single person that's ever purchased a ball marker online on there that has used their app. They know if they've ever looked at ball markers on their app and if they've ever purchased one, and they also know if they're into golf. They know how much time is spent consuming golf. They know when they golf. They know how much golf they've played. They know literally every single golf conversation that they've ever had. And so based on that, they also might be able to predict if people are maybe looking for a ball marker, or if they're, you know, commenting on posts that involve a cool ball marker, or, you know, related to putting, etc. So if I create an ad or a video, it could be a picture, image, a carousel graphic, or a video trying to sell this ball marker to a golfer. What Meta does is it takes all of that data that it has on all of their users, and it's going to put my ad directly in front of the person that's most likely to purchase and buy that. So the takeaway here is to make real money, to become a real advertiser, become really successful using Meta ads, you have to learn how to use Meta Business Manager. There's just no other way, no other option for you to do that. Keep in mind that custom audiences is the way that we connect with people, show our ads to people that have already shown an interest in my business or product, or your business or product. So this is where we're tapping into our data that we provide, and it's based on the previous touch points that your business has collected. Here are the sources that we can provide to Meta. So we can take website activity if we have installed a Meta Pixel on our website. We can take app activity if we, of course, have installed Pixel and we have an app that's installed. We can have a catalog if there's an online catalog that has been created and deployed on your website. You can have a customer list, which is, once again, data or information. They've got to be emails or phone numbers of those people. What the learning phase is per your campaign type, there's something that Meta does where it's trying to learn how to best get you the results that you're looking for. And if we can scale our ads to be able to get more purchases more frequently, then it will make sense in time for us to be able to relaunch our ad campaign and change the conversion event to be purchase. And then ultimately make your ads genuine, raw, and authentic. If your ads aren't genuine, raw, and authentic, they're going to feel like an ad. And guess what? If it feels like an ad and looks like an ad, it's actually going to not perform very well. We're seeing a major shift towards user-generated content. And along that, those lines with user-generated content, it's content that feels like it came, like it was a video that was shot kind of on the fly from a friend that you trust, or somebody from high school that you met. And that type of content is stuff that we trust. It's stuff that's easy to watch. It's actually stuff that's really entertaining. And it's because it's genuine, it's raw, and it's authentic. It's make a good video, make it fast pacing, no fluff, provide value, strong CTAs, and make it genuine and raw and authentic. All right, successful day. You guys saw some of the calls that I had. Obviously, I had a bunch of other calls that weren't recorded that were awesome. But man, productive day. But I just got some thoughts here. So I want to start off by saying that there's no such thing as easy money. There's just no such thing. Making money is so freaking hard. You go through these stages where you get momentum, you get traction, right? You kind of get comfortable in a specific place, and it feels like you get traction, and you can sink your, my hair's kind of weird right there. But you can kind of get traction, you can kind of sink your toes in, and you get traction and momentum for a second, and you get unsatisfied with it. you want to take it to the next level. And then oftentimes what happens is when you take it to that next level, it requires a massive change, a massive shift, a massive amount of effort and resources to kind of unlock the next step. And, then you get comfortable with that next step. And it's hard, but you get comfortable. And then you want to do that again and again and again. And it takes time and energy to build and grow. But it's also going to help catapult us to that next level where we can go. And, as I've looked back, I'm starting to become more and more comfortable with these situations and scenarios where there's that level of being uncomfortable, that sacrifice and that effort that's required to kind of get over that next hump. And then it's kind of green grass and pastures once you can kind of get over it. Because that's what's happened from the inception of my business. That's what's happened to me from the inception of running and starting businesses and being in businesses. You're never going to get to a place where you're fully satisfied, and you're never going to get to a place where it's just always easy. It's always going to be a challenge. It's always going to be involving a lot of creativity to solve problems. And you know what? In a way, that's kind of what makes it beautiful. That's kind of what makes life in general a beautiful thing. And that's kind of what makes marketing, my favorite thing about marketing, is the fact that you've never arrived. You've never fully made it. You've never become all that you can be as a marketer. That's never the case. So hopefully this was a good video. Hopefully you guys found something here that was useful and helpful for your business. If you like the content, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you enjoyed about it. If there's a specific ad topic or specific marketing question that you'd like to kind of have me answer, I'm always open for suggestions. If there's things I can do to make the vlog better, let me know. And yeah, if you are interested in more content regarding running a business, running an online e-commerce business, generating more sales online, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification on the channel, and get notified every time we drop a new video. We're dropping one of these every single day. So I'm dedicated to becoming a content machine, and I'm going to be doing this every single day for a year. So hope to see you guys on the next one.